guys, Julia here from JM2 Vintage. Welcome back to the channel. I am here today with another incredible bins haul. It's kind of an interesting week this week. I had guests in, I had a lot going on, so the times when I went to the bins were unusual for me. I wasn't going at my normal times, my normal days, so it was very crowded when I went. I think colleges are still out of session, and I think that's really kind of contributing to the crowds, at least in my area. But I think I have 38 pieces, culmination of 2 different trips, some very cool designer pieces, one that like makes my heart go pitter pat, at least one very cool vintage find that's like impeccable condition. So I'm super excited to share all of this with you. Despite the fact that it was crowded and I was kind of like off my game, it was a great week and we have got some good pieces. But if you are new here, first and foremost, welcome aboard. If you are into thrifting, if you are into reselling, if you are into cool vintage pieces, hit subscribe down below. I would love to have you along on this journey. We're building this beautiful community of fellow thrifters and fellow resellers and fellow vintage lovers, and we would love to have you join us. But without further ado, guys, let's get into the haul. Go grab yourself a snack, go grab yourself a drink, and let's get into the goods. So first up here, this is a little bit of a bread and butter piece. I just thought it was really cute, and sometimes you just gotta go by style. It's this cute little sundress from Brandy Melville. Brandy Melville, again, is a one-size-fits-all thing, which, you know, I've got opinions about. But generally when you see one-size-fits-all, it's gonna fit probably a size small to a size large. In case you ever need that for listing, or if you're thinking about purchasing something, if you're somebody that sits at like an extra small, it's probably gonna be a little too big. And if you're somebody that sits at an extra large, it's probably gonna be a little too small. So just don't trust that one size tag while you're shopping unless you are in that kind of window. But anyway, this cute little like cream colored sundress, I love this back. Isn't that cute? And it just kind of like hangs like that. It has that little bit of a drape. You know, Brandy Melville doesn't sell for all that much, because it like doesn't retail for all that much, but I'll probably get 20 or 25 bucks with that. And especially with spring kind of right around the corner, this is something that'll go quick. Next up, and my goodness, do we need some time with the steamer on this one. This cute little Zara top. This is newer tag Zara. It's got the little square, so that means it's gonna fit pretty true to size. And this is a size small. It's a cute little 100% linen crop button down. I just thought this was so cute. Zara linen has been selling so well for me, and I just love this style. I think that's so cute. Probably 20, 25 bucks on that, maybe a little bit more because it's linen. Oh. This is the vintage piece that I was talking about. This was kind of sticking out right on the top. Look at this little sweater dress. So this is a knit dress in this beautiful like dusty blue, and this is in incredible condition. Like, not a pick, not a snag. I don't know if you can see this on the camera from here, but let me get you up close. It's got this like confetti beading all over, and these are just like little glass beads, like the little glass beads you would make bracelets from. It's got this like rough kind of collar here. I'm pretty sure that this is handmade. This is probably a size 4 or size 6. It is kind of midi length with a zip back. I am obsessed. I've been doing vintage for a very long time, and I've never seen anything like this. I just think it's so unusual. It's so beautiful. This will probably fetch somewhere between $50 to $75, depending on where this is. This might be an Etsy sale. I don't sell a ton of my vintage pieces through Poshmark. If anything, I'll sell them more through like Depop or through my Etsy shop. But if you want to see my Etsy shop, and obviously the vintage clothing that I sell is on there, but also all the home goods that I sell are on there. That will be linked in the description below. Next up, now this, I didn't recognize this label when I saw it, but I recognized the silk. So this is a beautiful, oh God, I will never get tired of just holding silk. I love these sleeves, this beautiful like exaggerated bell sleeves. This is like a cream silk. It's got a crisscross back. And when I saw the tag, the first thing that came to my mind was that it looked like Free People Intimately. That was really the first thing I thought. And it's called Gypsy Junkies. Gypsy Junkies Los Angeles. So it turns out this was a brand, or at least like is a brand or was a brand that is sold at Free People. I don't know if it still is, but this is in great condition. Like there's no stains, there's no rips, there's no snags, there's no nothing, and it's beautifully made. I'm not, maybe $35 to $45 on this. I might be a little high on that estimate, but I don't know. Like this is just stunning, and it is a size, I guess that's a size large. It's just got like a little line on the bottom of the tag, so I'm assuming that's an L. But what a beautiful piece. That was definitely a gut grab. I mean, for all I knew, that could have been just a, you know, a boutique brand, but it was silk, and it was stunning. I'm interested to see what that goes for. Next up here is this cute little blouse from the brand Madewell. And this is a brand that is or was sold on Revolve. Super cute little cropped white button down with some peasant sleeves. The back is super interesting. It's size small, but it's got that like lace draped, a really cool, interesting blouse. 25 or 35 bucks on this. I've sold a few pieces from Madewell. They sell pretty well, and they sell for a pretty decent price. This was probably $100 to $120 new. So next up, this is another Bolo brand. Again, definitely needs to be like steamed badly, but this is from the brand Bella Doll. Bella Doll, super expensive, sold in Los Angeles. I'm not quite sure where else they sell. They might sell in like Saks Fifth Avenue, but their whole thing is they make these beautiful like elevated basics. You see a lot of these kind of utility looking shirts. But this is just a really pretty, it's almost like ever so faintly tie-dyed. So it's button front, sleeveless. Again, this will look so much better once I get some steam on it. But I like that it's also a button back and kind of splits up. So cute. Where do the buttons stop? So the buttons actually stop where they're stopped there. So it'll split a little bit over the bum. You know, maybe $30 to $40 on this. Bella Doll, super expensive. This was probably $150 new. So definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. So I think this is one of the older tags. They'll either be like a big kind of ornate tag that's like way oversized, but the newer ones are just white with like black block lettering, just so you can keep your eyes out. So the next piece I have here, now, I don't know what this label is. And like, it is so familiar to me and I cannot place it. If any of you know, let me know in the comments down below. If I figure out what this is, I will put it down here somewhere. But I grabbed this just because of the style and because of the quality. Like, it's really nice quality cotton. I like that the mixed patterns are all stitched. This isn't like a print that changes. I like that the trim here is bound in this yellow piping. I just like the color palette. I like everything like about it. It's a size large. If I can't figure out the brand, and I better figure out the brand. I swear, it's killing me. Like, this is just so familiar. You know, maybe 25 bucks just based on the style. But you know, who knows? It could be an old label for Zimmerman and it could be $300. So we'll find out. I will hopefully find out. Worst case scenario, I'll see if I can figure it out and put it in a ship with me or one of my short forms. So I always try, like, if I have enough to make it interesting, I'll do like a main video of a ship with me. And if I don't, I'll do kind of a smaller, I try to ship every day. So if I only have a couple things to ship, I'll do like a TikTok or an Instagram reel. I'll also put a short on here. But if you are interested in anything like that, kind of shorter form stuff, I will put all of my social handles right here. I'll also link my channels down below. So do follow me along there if that is something you are interested in. Next up, now again, another silk piece that I grabbed. And I do love a little whimsy. So this is like a little cloud print, and I grabbed this. The tag has been cut out, but I grabbed this because I had a shirt very similar to this from Anthropologie years ago, like in my own personal closet, and it was one of the first things that I ever put on Poshmark, and it sold same day. But it was green. It was like a Kelly green, and instead of clouds, it was like little snails. I can't remember. It was like a designer collab with Anthropologie. I can't remember what it is, but I'll put her name down on the screen here. But I grabbed this because I was pretty sure it was Anthropologie, and everybody loves a novelty print. So as it turns out, this is Maeve. I was able to look that up. This is a Maeve, so of course, Anthropologie. It's got a cute little zip back with a contrast trim. You know, maybe $25, $35 on this. This is just so cute. It's, you know, again, 100% silk. It's well made. And even if this is an older style, just those novelty prints never stop selling. You know, there is just always people that are into those cute little novelty prints. So definitely something to be on the lookout for. Next up, oh, this was such a cool find. So this is from the brand Faithful. Faithful the brand, also known as. Quality on their pieces is just so nice. Their fabrication is beautiful. This is like a little shirt dress. And it can almost be like a swim cover up. It's like a popover style, so the buttons only go to here. The edges are raw edges, which I love. Just like a little design choice. They're raw edges, but they're stitched, so they're bound. They're never gonna like run all the way up. It's kind of like it's like a heavyweight crepe almost. Like it's not heavy, but just the drape on it feels like a heavier crepe. Like pieces like this are so good for travel to throw in. You know, you throw it over your bathing suit, you can go out to dinner or whatever. Something for Faithful the brand like this, probably somewhere in the $40 range. It's a great brand to keep your eyes out for, and I think it's sold at Revolve, and I think maybe Saks. Maybe Nordstrom, maybe Saks, but it is a higher end brand for sure. Australian, of course. Next up here, guys, there was just so much silk this week. Like I couldn't stop myself. And I gotta say, like, you know, with silk, when you're grabbing it from the bins, it's always like, where's the hole? It's not an is there a hole, it's like, where's the hole? And most of the silk that I found has been in fantastic freaking condition this week. So super happy about it. This is from a brand or a designer called Remy Brooke. And Remy Brooke is sold at Saks, super high-end brand. This is definitely one of those shirts that makes a little bit more sense when you see it on. So it's got this cool, like, almost halter style top here, and the back drapes, and it's got this cute, like, little bat wing sleeves. Let me show you how this kind of looks. So it kind of goes out like that. So it's a little bit of a cold shoulder, and this is one of like the signatures of Remy Brooke. They do that kind of cold shoulder look. This is probably a $300 or $400 shirt new. I think that's how much they go for. This is a size extra small. Again, fantastic condition, not a flaw to be seen on it. You know, maybe 40 to 50 bucks on this, maybe a little bit less. But super cute and a great find. Definitely a brand to be on the lookout for, Remy Brooke. Next up, these are Athleta, which I love finding. This is the Athleta Trekkie North Jogger. And I have found so many pairs of Trekkie shorts, and they sell super well. I think they're still being made. People love them. People love the fabric. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, but it has that kind of rigid feel. If you are in any way into like the outdoors or whatever, you know that for a long time, like women's technical fabric, if you had anything that looked like this kind of like ripstop look, it would be rigid. So like you wouldn't have motion. Like if you are out hiking or if you are out scrambling, like you can't, you know, lift your leg out without pulling it down on the other side. So I love that the Trekkies have like really good stretch. Zip pockets. There is a drawstring in here. I can feel it. So I just have to kind of coax that out the little holes. These are in great condition. Size 0. I like this like kind of steel purple color. These will probably go in no time flat. Things like this, again, go quickly for me. Probably somewhere between 25 and 35 on those. Next up, one of my favorite brands to find. This is Theory. And man, can you just feel it? Like, can you just feel the quality in Theory pieces? I mean, Theory is known, if you're not familiar with Theory, they're known for making ultra high quality basics. So suiting, little black dresses, suit dresses, professional dresses, and they always use just the best of the best materials. So if that is something that you are looking for personally for your wardrobe, keep your eye out for Theory. They are very expensive, but deals can be had on the secondhand market. This is just a cute little white blouse with these kind of embroidered pieces. These are like, almost like patches. Button back, just like that Bella doll one. So it can split a little bit over the bum. It's a size medium, really beautiful condition. Really beautiful condition. Be on the lookout for Theory, probably 35 to 45 on that. Next up, and oh, this was such a cool find. I don't know if these are a designer collab or if this was mainline, but these are Adidas in this kind of brick red. They're a size UK 18, US size large. And they are these like super wide leg pants. They're like a twill, so it feels kind of like a heavier khaki. And they've got this kind of double branding here on the side. Now, I don't know if you've been watching. So like last year, the color of the year from Pantone was like a red. So red is kind of everywhere in fashion right now. So I think that these are pretty new. They're very streetwear, perfect condition. I would not expect less than 50 bucks on these. Oh my God, the details. Look at the 3 little belt loops for the 3 stripes. Super unique. I know Adidas does, they do designer collaborations with like Yohji Yamamoto, who is this incredible, one of my favorite designers in the whole world. He's this Japanese designer who designs in like the mode fashion, which is very like almost aggressively minimalist, and it's very, very popular in Japan. So Y3 is a collab with Yohji Yamamoto. They do a collab with Stella McCartney. This doesn't have anything on its label about it being a collab, so I don't think it is. I do think it's part of mainline, and they do sometimes have pieces like this, but what a cool find. But do keep your eyes out. If you can get your hands on like a Y3 Adidas anything, or an Adidas X Stella McCartney thing, like jump on it. That is something worth paying up a little bit for, because it will sell and they're super high in demand. I am somebody that is always looking for them personally, so like I know because I shop for them. And they're very expensive. Next up, I've been picking up Zara pieces like crazy recently because they have just been like flying out of my closet. This is another Zara, it's another square label there, so it fits true to size. But I just love this. This is a little, I think this is an iCat pattern. I should know this. I think this is an iCat print, but it's a maxi shirt dress. I can see this on vacation. Does it button all the way down? It does button all the way down. It's got these cute little like fabric covered buttons. I don't know if you can see that. Light as a feather, you know, this is such a great like swim cover up, something you can throw on, you know, after the beach. You can take it right to lunch, you can take it right to dinner. Super breezy, and I think it's brand new without tags because it still has the little bar on it. Size small, super cute, probably somewhere between 30 and 40 on this. Isn't that cute? And it is full maxi length. Love it. So next up, it's another Zara piece. And this one has the little circle on it, which tells you that it's from the Zara women's line. And this is another little maxi dress. And I don't know if this is showing up to you. Let me get you up close on that fabric. Can you see that it's like a little bit of a gingham? It's kind of sheer. It's like not really sheer, you know, unless you're wearing some like super bright undergarments, it's not necessarily going to be seen. But it is kind of like a gingham floral print tiered skirt. I think this is, no, this might be midi length, but V-neck. It's got this pretty like ruffle detail along the neckline and up over the sleeves. It is a size extra small. And again, somewhere between 30 and 40 bucks on this. Perfect condition. This feels brand new without tags. Next up, now this is a cool vintage piece, and this is a vintage brand you for sure want to keep your eyes out for. Now this is a kid's piece, but I couldn't leave it. So this brand is called Farrah Jeans, and they kind of fall in the line of like vintage Wranglers. I think they might have been a Western brand, but I just thought, look at this. Look at this cute pair of jeans. It's like the perfect kind of straight leg. I like that it's got the kind of permanent crease there. I like the little wear at the knee. These are straight up 70s jeans. That's the stitching to keep your eyes out for. Now, if these were adults, if this was a pair of women's jeans, these would go for $70 to $100. As kids, you know, maybe 30 to 40, maybe a little bit more. They are in fantastic condition. Is there like a size in here? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a size in here. So I'm just gonna have to put the measurements, but guys, keep your eyes out for this brand. If you do denim at all, you probably already know who they are, but I just thought those were so cool. There's gonna be some like 9-year-old girl walking around more fashionable than any of us. let's be real, most 9-year-old girls are more fashionable than me already. So next up, a cute little Billabong piece. We all know that Billabong has just been flying for me. Cute little like open knit poncho style or serape style sweater. This, I've sold like 2 of these. I've sold 2 of these. One was my own and one I had thrifted a couple years back. And they sold really quick. This is a size large, always great for Billabong. Probably sell as a swim cover-up. Probably in the $30 to $35 range, maybe $25 to $35 range, but 100% cotton, super cute, and again, never out of style. Next up is this cute little piece from CNC California. CNC California, I believe, is sold at Nordstrom, and their stuff sells relatively well for me if I can find something that's in kind of a substantial fabric. And this is 100% linen, another kind of poncho style top. It's got little roll sleeves. It's got a hood. There we go. And it's a size small. This will probably go 25 to 35 bucks for me. Again, I don't pick up a ton of CNC California. They're kind of expensive, but their linen is beautiful. And I love this color. Again, super classic. Oh, and there's pockets. Next up, I got this cool little jacket from Lola and Sophie, which I think this is one of their older labels. But look, they're very expensive. This was probably a $300, they might just sell in their own boutique. This is about a $300 little jacket, if you will. And it's, again, silk, so it's got kind of knit cuffs and a knit lining, like a knit collar. And then when you look over the back, this has kind of like an athletic look to it, which I just love. The bottom has a drawstring, light as a feather. That is silk. Again, more silk. I'm not sure. Now, I have found another Lola and Sophie blouse probably about a year ago, and it sold for about $75. But sold comps are all over the place, and I'm sure, you know, if you're looking on Poshmark, I'm sure a lot of that has to do with it not being a brand that a ton of people know and posh parties. But I see it's got that like little vent flap that you see in like a trench coat. Super, super cute. It's a size small, beautiful quality. Again, a brand to keep your eyes out for, and a brand to like put on your like radar if this is the kind of if this is the kind of style that you like. I'm gonna estimate somewhere between 35 and 45 on that. It could go significantly higher. It could go a little bit lower, but there is a possibility that this could go in like the $75 range. So definitely a brand to keep your eyes out for. Next up, now this, I can't, how this lands in the bins, I'll never know. This is a gorgeous little black blazer from Theory. And this is what Theory is known for. Their suiting is second to none in the women's world. It's just beautiful. It's a little 2-button, beautiful, gorgeous condition. It's a size medium. I mean, this is $400 or $500 new without batting an eye. Just gorgeous. I need to give it a little clean up. It's a little dusty here, but otherwise in fantastic condition. Probably, you know, this could easily go. Now, obviously not many people are back in office or looking for a business professional, but blazers are still super popular. Somewhere between $50 and $100 on this. But that was a great find for $1. Next up, now this is another Bolo brand. I found these and I've never found one of these before. I feel like I had heard the name kind of floating around in the ether in like the reseller world. But I found it first and I felt the denim. I'm like, oh, that's really high quality. And it's 1 teaspoon. And as it turns out, when I looked at the back patch, I don't know if you can really see that on the camera, but it does say Freebird. So this is, I don't know if it's owned by Freebird or if it's collab with Freebird. But Freebird, of course, those boots that people go gaga over. They're $350. They're beautifully made. And this kind of follows suit. These are, I think this is called the Awesome Baggy. And they have, you know, obviously very distressed in the knee with a little zip detail at the hem. And then the back pockets are just plain. I'm assuming that the kind of lack of top stitch here is a little bit of their design kind of signature. These go, depending on the style, around $50. So I'm interested to see how these do. I've never found them before, so I was super excited to find them. And again, I will try to include these in one of my ship with me's so I can let you know what they did end up selling for. Next up, this is a We the Free, and this is an extra small. Are you ready for this? I will never stop laughing at how incredibly oversized some of the things that they put out are. This is an extra small. So obviously this is meant to be a very oversized shirt. It's a long like tunic length with extra long like side vents. So I think you can probably wear this over shorts and you'd have like, you know, you tuck it on one side and you see like a little peek of the shorts. This fabric is beautiful. This is a jersey of some sort, but it's almost like a little bit of a rough knit jersey. And it has a little bit of sheerness to it. I don't know if that is at all going to show on the camera because the white's going to blow it out, but it is really beautiful. Kind of got a bit of a slub grain to it, and it's diagonal. Again, I don't think that that is showing at all on the camera, but just know that it is. A little seam in the back. Probably $25, $35 on this. And it always amazes me when I find pieces this size that are white in the bins and there's no stains. Next up, now this is one of my favorite brands to find. So this is Frame. And Frame is probably most known for its denim, but their sweaters are also gorgeous. This is just a cute little like 3/4 sleeve turtleneck. Crazy, you know, just simple, beautiful condition, but, you know, a closet staple. This is something that could be 10 years old, you know, and well cared for, and it'll still be, you know, just a closet staple. I think this is a size small, maybe a size medium, but probably $40 to $50 on this, maybe a little bit more. Oh, it's wool and cashmere, so maybe closer to 50. Just beautiful and so soft. You know, sometimes you get those wool sweaters and like immediately, like I have the most sensitive skin. Sometimes you get those wool sweaters and immediately you're like, ugh. Not the case. Next up, now, okay, so there was a huge handful of these ties and people were kind of picking through them. And I've never really done ties before, kind of not my wheelhouse, but I saw this and I had to grab it. Now, one of you in one of my last videos left a comment about how you do a lot of ties and you get them super cheap because you're paying by the pound and these weigh nothing. I'm very interested to see how this does. It's a pretty, I don't know if this is, I think that this is vintage, but it's a pretty modern cut. You know, sometimes you'll see the ones that are like super wide and they look very 90s or super slim and they look, you know, like 2010s. This is like a perfect classic, and it's a classic like stripe, right? So Yves Saint Laurent, let's see how this does. I see sold comps anywhere from $10 to $100. So no clue. I'm gonna bank on about 25 or 30, but we'll see. Very excited about that. Also, like, side note, can I just know where I can go and buy just huge bolts of tie silk fabric? I love that stripe. Next up, we've got another Free People piece. Free People Beach sells really well for me. And this is a cute little linen sweater. It's got that like faux wrap front, little cap sleeves, and this pretty little like blush color. It's kind of cropped. I think it's meant to be worn kind of loose and, you know, super like casual, maybe even over a swimsuit. Size small, probably $35 on this. Super cute little find. Next up, another, like, I love finding these sweatshirt brands that have like, you know, crazy high price points. Cotton Citizen being one of them. I found a few pieces recently. I just sold a piece the other day. This I felt, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice. And the brand on this is Perfect White Tea. And again, another very expensive brand. This is a cute little like cropped cut off sweatshirt in this pretty like steel blue. You know, I'm seeing sold comps in the $40 range. I'm interested to see how this does. I've never found this before. So, you know, I'll report back and let you know what this does sell for. But, you know, a great find. They retail for like in the over $100. So definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. What size is this? Size medium. Yep, great little find. Next up here, this is another Bolo brand. I'm sure most of you are aware of that, but if not, that is Vince. Is that showing up there? There you go. This is an extra small, but it is a wool cashmere sweater. It's got this kind of like diagonal weave to it. Super cute, just like a little basic black sweater. Vince is sold at Saks Fifth Avenue. It's super expensive. This is probably a $300 or $400 sweater. So resale, you know, they don't resell as much. They do sell very quick though. I'm probably looking at around $40 on this. Very cute. Plus it's a black like closet staple. Okay, next up, I grabbed this because it felt like Free People. And I couldn't read the label at first, and it was very crowded. This was pretty much the last thing I grabbed on my second day there, so I was just kind of frazzled, and like I just grabbed it and went, figuring it was just a cute enough style that it would sell even if it wasn't. But this feels like something that Free People would put out. It's got this kind of like point in the back. It's got this like nubby knit texture to it, but it is Staring at Stars, which is an Urban Outfitters brand. So, you know, it's not going to sell as much. It's a size small. It is a nice oversized cut. You know, probably 25, 30 bucks on this. It is super cute. It is very boho. Very kind of like rough edges, kind of a little bit of fray, like by design. Super cute. That worked out well. Next up, I got this other cute little Athleta piece. This is a size small. It's a cute little like sweatshirt that's got a little bit of like a knot kind of tuck under there. It's this pretty like aubergine, eggplant color, long sleeves, super soft knit. Like it's like a super soft jersey with kind of a like a, not a ruched back, but it's got like an elasticated back, so it'll like gather nicely for you. You know, probably 25 bucks on that one. Next up, now this one I grabbed because the cotton felt out of this world. And it is a brand called Life After Denim. See that? This is a men's shirt. Again, another like kind of aubergine color. It's like a little basic Henley. This cotton is so nice. Now, they retail, it is a high-end brand. I'm not quite sure where they're sold. It is a high-end brand. What size is this? Medium. But they retail, this would probably retail for like $150, maybe closer to $170. So resale probably somewhere 35 to 45. I literally just grabbed this. I didn't even comp this in the store. I'm like, no matter what this is, like this is a beautifully made shirt. It is really nice. Definitely something to be on the lookout for, either to sell or for your own closet or for a man in your life. Definitely beautiful. Really, really nice. And oh, look at that. I'm just always interested in how like the fabrics, how the textiles are dyed. That is the inside of the textile. And then this is the outside of the textile. Not quite sure how that works, but I'm interested, and I'm sure I will be going on a Google wormhole later to learn how that works. Welcome to my brain. Next up, another little silk piece. This is another piece from Parker. And Parker is a super like high-end brand. It was sold at Neiman Marcus. I don't know if they're still around, but they made these stunning little like evening tops. I will link the one down below that I found. The one I found, the Parker shirt that I found before, was the most like stunning beaded Art Deco style shirt. Like, if that is anything that you are into, like go and watch that haul, because that piece was beautiful. But this is like a little jewel neck. It's got a little like split front ruffle. This is very elegant. I could see this under a blazer. I could see this being worn, you know, out to a very fancy dinner. I think this is a size small. No size tag on it, but I'm gonna guess that this is a size small. And Parker, you know, knew this was probably a good $300 shirt. So, you know, maybe 35, 40 bucks on this, and it is stunning. Next up, this isn't a brand that I pick up all the time, but this is Nanette Lepore, and I grabbed this because I loved the style. I just think that this will fly out of my closet. It's this cute, like natural color. This is a knit. This is like a sweater dress, and it's got, look at the bottom of it. Isn't that adorable? It looks like, you know, it looks like a tropical dream. I don't know what else to like describe this as. It's got a little like spotting back here that I am pretty sure I'll be able to get out. It's 100% cotton. Yeah, 100% cotton. Size small. You know, maybe 35 bucks on this. This just feels so resort. And I mean, like, look at the detail on like the snap connection. I just like that the snaps are a little bit like, almost like rugged. They don't, you know, this almost feels like an improvised dress that you made while stranded on an island. That's the feel I get from this. Very, very cool. And the quality is just gorgeous. Is that a pocket? Not a pocket. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the designer piece that my heart like skipped a beat, and I saw the tag on the other side of the bin, and I'm like, you know, and there was like 8 people in between me and it, and I'm like, please don't touch it, please don't get it, please don't get it. And this is Dries Van Noten. I can't. And this is close to my size. This is a beautiful dress. This is kind of like a jacquard fabric, that kind of heavier weight. It almost feels, if you can imagine what a really nice silk grosgrain ribbon feels like, that is the fabric that this is made of. So it's got these white sleeves. It's a wrap silhouette. I'm not sure if this is a jacket or a dress. Either way, I love it. And the belt was there. I mean, oh my God. One of my favorite designers, and incredibly expensive. This was a $1,500 dress, and it's a classic black dress in a good size. I can't, I can't even deal with it. You know, probably worth, and if I don't keep it, I very well might keep it. It's got pockets. Maybe $100 to $200 on the resale market. I mean, just like, can you get up close? Let me see if that texture of that fabric will show up for you. See how it almost has like a little bit of a wood grain? Oh my God, just makes me so excited. I mean, the thing is, okay, you know I'm a quality nut. Like, I just want you to see the inner seams here. Look at how that's done. Is that, it's like not even showing it to you. Look at how that's bound there. I mean, just like the highest end construction on every touch. It's so chic. It's so chic. This is minimalist. This is mode. This is everything I love. And I'll be trying it on, and if it fits me, it's not leaving. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Next up is this cute little pair of corduroy pants. These are men's corduroy pants from Vineyard Vines. Vineyard Vines always sells really well. These are just like the most obnoxiously preppy, powder blue corduroy pants. They're in fantastic condition. Now, if you can find a pair of this that have like the all over little embroideries, those are gonna sell better. These will probably go somewhere between 30 and 40 bucks. They are a 35 by 32, so they're a good size. But if you can find one of the pairs that have the little all over prints, like, snag them. They're very preppy, but they are always in style. Like, you will always go to Martha's Vineyard and you will see people wearing those pants. Any year in the past, any year in the future, they will be there. So, great little find. Next up here, where is it? This is a cute little piece. This is like a little bread and butter situation. is a boutique brand, but it does sell pretty quick for me. This is, I think, a size medium. Cute little like halter top dress. So it kind of spreads out like that and spreads out like that. So you have like a little tie neck, cute little like cotton twine tie there with a little crochet inset here. This will go probably 25 bucks. Maybe a little bit less. They're always a really good bundle piece for me, these little pieces. Next up here, more silk. So much silk today. So much. This is a Miss Me piece. Now, Miss Me is very much, if you are unfamiliar with Miss Me, they're most well known for their jeans. It's a very Western style. They have very kind of like bling-tastic back pockets. I used to live in the mountains of Utah, so I saw Miss Me everywhere. This is a cute little top, and it is all satin. I love the strap is braided, like the quality is so nice on this. So the strap is braided silk, and it's got this cute little star print. Star print anything sells for me, like all the time, forever and ever. People just love stars. So it's black and cream. The tag is actually split in the middle here, but I don't know, can you kind of see that little, says Miss Me. I think this is a size medium, and the cool thing is the under layer of this is actually lace. So you have that like little peak of surprise. You know, that's like how you can tell when something's like really well made, when there's actually thought put into the underlining of it. So very cute little top, kind of a halter silhouette in the back there. So cute. This will sell probably $35. Is there a little chain in that? Oh, come on. So the braided strap here, it's two pieces of the silk, a little chain, and a little cotton underpinning to give it body. Details, guys. I'm a nerd about the details. Next up, we are getting there, guys. I think we've only got 2 or 3 more pieces. This is a cute little cotton blend sweater from Madewell. Madewell sells well for me, but I am selective with what I pick up from Madewell. This is just a classic little cream cardigan. This will always sell. They're just well made. I have a couple that I've had for years that I just throw on. This will probably go 15 to 25 bucks, depending on the age. Madewell, if you don't know this, let me show you how to find it. Okay, so this is from spring 20. Madewell, I think Loft, there's a couple other brands, J. Crew for sure. If you look on the content tag on the inside, behind it is usually a little tag that has a date, and it'll say like SP20 or HO21. HO stands for holiday, FA stands for fall. So this is only a couple of years old and a great little find. Speaking of which, we've got another little Madewell piece, and I've sold, I don't know, 7 of these shirts, and they just always go. This is, what is this called? I can't remember what this is called, but it's a very distinct style that people search for. It's this cute little like cream and gray buffalo check. Again, needs to be steamed. And let's check the date on this one. Holiday 18, so this is a couple years old, but I know that this style just always sells. So definitely a cute one. Again, probably 15 to 25 on that, and that will probably move very quickly for me. Next up, this is a little bit of a bread and butter. This is a J. Jill Perfect Pima, so that beautiful like Pima cotton jersey. Tunic turtleneck, black turtleneck, closet staple, always sells so well. J. Jill sells well for me, especially in these closet staples, especially in these kind of more elevated textiles. This is a size medium, you know, probably $20, $25 on this, and that'll probably go very quickly. Just black turtlenecks are forever. And finally, and this was like the first thing I picked up when I walked in, and I mean, it was busy. I don't know how anybody missed this. Like I walked in right before a table change, and this was like laying on top. And this is a cute little Patagonia quilted snap tee. I have sold this. I've literally had this of my own. I just recently sold it for about 70 bucks. But it's in great condition. It's a men's size large. It's in this nice color. It's like kind of a gray with like a khaki trim. I mean, it's fantastic. This will probably go, you know, mine went fast. I'm not ever going to bank on that amount of money. You know, probably 40 bucks without batting an eye on this. Patagonia is just like an always grab. And this style in particular sells really, really well. I feel like it's a lot of the guys that are coming out of that like kind of high pile, like nubby fleece, like the teddy bear fleece. This is the more like business appropriate version of that. Such a great find. But that is it, guys. It's been a weird week. I'm so happy to get back on my routine. But this was like, you know, for 2 really strange trips to the bins, I think I found some great finds. I mean, that Dries Van Noten dress coat, whatever, I can't even deal with it. It's so great, and I cannot believe that I like, I walked past people to get to it, and there were so many people that had it like within their grasp, and I just, it's mine. So excited. So for all you numbers nerds out there, I had 38 pieces, and I spent $38. Again, this was from 2 different bins trips, $1 a piece, and probably about 6 hours of hunting. Like this was, for all of my locations around here, that's a lot of time in the bins to get 38 pieces. You know, if I were to go kind of during my normal times, you know, I would be walking out with 60 pieces, which, to be clear, I don't have room to store. So, you know, just kind of a weird week, but I'm anticipating somewhere between $1,100 and $1,200 in sales on these, and probably around $900 to $1,000 in profit once you take into consideration fees and whatnot. So with a $38 investment, that brings me to a whopping 25x return on investment. I'll take it. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Just the other day, guys, let the schmaltz police arrive for a moment. Just the other day, I crossed over 1,000 subscribers, and I know for a lot of YouTubers out there that is nothing but blubbering Julia on her couch as she watched that number cross over. Like, I cannot believe that there are that many people out there that are into the same weird thing as I am, and I am just so thankful for every one of you. Like, this is, I mean, again, that seems like nothing. You know, there's Mr. Beast out there with, does he have over 1 billion followers now? Like, it's nothing, but to me, it's a really big deal, and I'm so grateful for all of you. But guys, if you had fun, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. That really helps me with the algorithm. But without further ado, everybody have a most fantastic week. Keep your Januaries going strong. Happy hunting, and I will see you in the next one.